If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not. All right.
Take control. Take control of your city.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hit that like button as you make your way in. I've been teasing this one out for days, and we're finally going to fire this bullet. Ladies and gentlemen, drive safely. Not that I think you're a bad driver, but there are millions of illegal, terrible, non-English speaking foreign drivers on the road, and they are fully licensed. They have CDLs. They are driving 48-ton vehicles. That's effectively a missile cruising down the highway. You have brown turbaned foreigners launching missiles down American highways.
Our office is calling on the federal government, the United States Department of Transportation, to revoke CDL programs in California and Washington. If the federal government identifies systematic abuse of these programs and allowing illegal aliens, perhaps even encouraging illegal aliens to obtain these licenses. And if other states like New Jersey and others are engaging in similar practice, then those programs should be revoked as well, and any funding tied to it should also be revoked. Thank God we've got a president that is restoring law and order, that has secured the border, and that has brought back American sovereignty. This is saving lives. This is protecting our people. And going forward, we're going to help him deliver on his promises. Here in Florida, we're leading the way. We're going to continue to interdict as many people as possible. I know several hundred illegal aliens were detained last week in state law enforcement efforts. And we'll continue to get them to Alligator Alcatraz or other places. And we will combat in court activist judges that want to shut down these facilities. I'll conclude.
Latina in the chat, she says, good morning, the hood conservative in the chat. If you come across a crazy Indian, just start recording them on your phone and keep your distance. It will protect you. That is good advice for a lady. Good morning, ladies. That is wonderful advice for ladies. Every now and then, this idea of black male privileges get thrown around. And most black guys are like, what privileges? Don't be stupid. And generally, I would agree with that sentiment. Like, what privileges? Don't be stupid. But there are perverse privileges to being a black male, especially being an over 6 foot, over 200-pound black male. Even the big Indians are afraid of me. I don't really get Indian static like that. It's just not a thing for most big black guys. I don't even think the little black guys get a lot of Indian static. They tend to not want to. They don't want to fight me.
By saying this, when it comes to fighting for President Trump, there's no state like Florida, and there's no leadership team like Governor DeSantis and our cabinet. So thank you for having me today.
Yeah, seriously, they're not the. They're not really about it like that. I promise you, it's mostly bluff. You ever seen Indians fight? It's like dirty girls with long hair fighting.
Indian truck driving companies are doing the same scam for lack of a better word, than the Mexican people who were caught having a restaurant and housing the employees and then charging them back rent. It has now been found that these Indian construction companies buy homes, stick a bunch of Indian origin men in them, and get them commercial truck driver licenses, put them out on the road, again, sometimes 3 to a truck. They run 24/7. They're never stopped because there's always a different driver. Charge them rent, charge them all kinds of fees, and are very lucrative. It's been said or being reported now that these trucking companies, if you go by them, and there's a lot of them in North Dallas, there's G-Wagons, very expensive cars at these trucking companies. We're also hearing that when they get shut down, they just reopen in a different name with a different owner. So they never essentially get shut down. We're also being told that they have individuals, because, not to sound crazy, but a lot of them look alike and they wear the turban. There's individuals who take tests for others. And that's why drivers are able to get licensed even though they don't speak a lick of English. And in communities where these individuals are housed, neighbors will tell you nobody in that house speaks one word of English. How did they pass the test? Was the test given in their language? How did they pass the behind the wheel? How did they go to the trucking school and learn how to drive these trucks?
You know, I just realized something. In order to have fun with the algorithm, I'm going to just start using the word H1B in reference to any racial or ethnic group that we might want to protect. Because, you know, we must protect the minorities and all that. But these H1B drivers are fucking terrible.
They didn't. They were given the basics and they were put on the road in these missiles that sometimes are 90 to 100,000 pounds going at obscene speeds. This is a lot bigger than we anticipated. And because of the inflection point of the U-turn, more of this is coming about. We have to keep spreading this news and getting it out there in hopes that it all gets shut down.
Hey, Carmen, a couple years ago when I was actually running my own truck, and I'm like brand new to the industry, green as hell, don't know nothing about nothing. I had to hire a dispatcher, right? Because when you're really new in the business, it's hard to just get business up out of nowhere because nobody wants to, you know, deal with a new guy who just got in the game. Like they can look you up and see you're 1 day old in the business or whatever. And so you hire a dispatcher, right? And the dispatcher's job in that sense is to track down loads in your region that you can get to quickly and then you can deliver easily, right? And for whatever that load pays, the dispatcher gets a cut. So I hire a dispatcher. Very first conversation with him, I swear to God. Hello, my name is Adam. How can I help you, sir? And I'm like, your name is Adam? He's like, yes. My name is Adam, sir. Good morning. Good to meet you. How can I help you, sir? Let's get started. And I'm, whoa, Adam, really? Yeah, yes, the shit. And so after a while, it occurred to me, this nigga is dispatching me from a foreign country.
We have video evidence now of non-citizen truck drivers driving down the road being dispatched by non-citizen dispatchers overseas. And while the driver's driving down the road, they're manipulating the electronic logging device and changing their time. And so essentially, these guys never stop. They work around the clock. We've seen that in the crash in Terrell, Texas, back in the end of June, when the guy had been up and had been driving straight on his logbook and had even backdated the date on the bill of lading for the load and manipulated the bill of lading so that it looked like he had left a day earlier. Because when the police pull you over, they know if what time you left the shipper by looking at your bill of lading. So they're going as far to even manipulate that data. So of course we're going to have massive crashes when the guys are not following our regulations and our hours of service. Of course, we have.
So not only is there just rampant scamming and fraud going on as far as the actual CDL schools, but then there's the violation of safety standards and procedures. And you know, when you're on the outside of a business, all the little goofy things that a person has to do to get their job done, it doesn't really make sense to you from the outside perspective. But if you've ever seen a truck flipped over in front of you, if you ever seen videos of, like, there's a truck crash that happened recently on I-95 where it was like a giant fireball. It was a some kind of tanker. I guess the guy fell asleep behind the wheel and he veered into another lane, veered into oncoming traffic, and then boom, highway volcano.
2 truck drivers, American authorities say, were instrumental in bringing huge amounts of cocaine into Canada on behalf of accused drug kingpin Ryan Wedding, intend to plead guilty in an American court.
SCTV's John Woodward reports there's a sign the pleas could make life tougher for their fugitive former boss.
At the Port Huron border crossing 1 year ago, American Customs and Border Protection officers pulled over a truck headed to Canada. American court documents say an X-ray revealed this compartment hidden in the rear of the trailer, as well as tools that matched its screws and bolts. Inside, cocaine wrapped in cellophane, 115 bricks with a net weight of 124 kilograms. The officers estimated it was worth $3.75 million.
124 kilograms is a lot of drugs. Somebody's losing a lot of money there.
American authorities say the 2 alleged Canadian truck drivers, Iqbal Singh Virk and Ranjit Singh Rowell, were part of a sprawling...
Whoa. Those don't sound like Canadian names to me. Those don't sound like your good old-fashioned maple syrup loving, hockey playing Canadians to me.
Losing a lot of money there.
American authorities say the 2 alleged Canadian truck drivers, Iqbal Singh Virk and Ranjit Singh Rowell, were part of a sprawling drug trafficking network run by Ryan Wedding. That's the former Canadian snowboarder who competed in the Olympic Games in Salt.
Oh, there's the real Canadian. Okay. All right. It makes more sense now. There's your good old-fashioned Canadian dude. I knew something was off about this.
Lake City in 2002. The FBI says he became a kingpin, moving 1,800 kilograms of cocaine from Colombia through Mexico to the U.S. and Canada. His alleged partner, Andrew Clark, was arrested in Mexico last year. Wedding is still on the run. The FBI put Wedding on their top 10 wanted list.
Got the H-1Bs running work for him, bro. They got H-1Bs doing everything. An American could have had that job. If you had an American doing that job, you'd have had your job, your business right now. This is what you get for hiring H-1B drivers to do everything, bro. Let that be a lesson to you, Ryan, from Canada. Now, there was a truck crash that happened recently. We kind of have to focus in on this a little bit now because this guy has kicked off a firestorm of controversy here. Apparently, there is a term. I didn't even realize this was actually a thing. It's called the Brampton U-turn. I think Brampton may be a town in Canada or in the UK somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where Brampton is, but I can tell you for 100% certainty that wherever Brampton is, it's full of South Asian H-1Bs. It's like an H-1B hub. And one of the things that this town, Brampton, has become famous for as an H-1B hub is a particular style of H-1B driving. And this is a maneuver that has come to be called the Brampton U-turn. It is when you take your 18-wheeler on a 2-lane highway and do a U-turn across the grassy median onto the opposite side of traffic. Let's watch, shall we? Notice the calm and ease at which he takes this highly illegal, highly dangerous, completely unorthodox, very H-1B-ish of him, without a care in the world, mind you. Like just normal business. Like we take this truck across the highway, across several lanes of traffic, across the grassy median, onto the other side of opposite going traffic. We do this shit all the time. Back home, apparently. Back home. I don't know why they're doing it here. Right away. Boom. Now, this was a 2-lane highway he was on, right? So not a lot of room to maneuver in the first place, right? This is a 2-lane highway. And so it appears he started from the far right lane. If I'm looking at this properly, there's a good chance he started his truck from the far right lane. Plus, if you want to make a U-turn like that, you want to give yourself as wide of a path as possible. You don't want to have to force the truck to turn tighter than it needs to. And so he probably started from the furthest right lane, cutting across the left lane onto the grass, and Dylan James says they call that the guillotine. And right away, a car slammed into him. Family devastated on impact. Why did you stop like that? That was so creepy. And so now all of America hates this guy, and probably large parts of Canada too. No, I have never done anything so dangerous in a truck. I mean, I don't even drive the big trucks. I drive box trucks. I don't drive those big things. And even the smaller trucks, like, listen, I'm driving up I-95 because I'm on I-95 like every day, and I'm driving up 95, and there's like a 16-foot box truck, like one of those small trucks that deliver like bread and meat around the city or whatever. It's a little small box truck. You know, in the middle of the highway, they have like that little curvy metal shoulder thing in the middle of the highway sometime. To this day, I can't fathom how such a thing is possible. But a small box truck was completely on top of the metal divider that separate the two sides of the highway. My mind is completely perplexed how you get a truck up there on top of the metal shoulder thing that divides the highways. It was there. Amazing things happen on the road, and you can die so quickly. Or the worst part, you won't die. You'll just live a horrible, horrible existence after this thing happens to you. So now this guy's in jail. He had a partner in the truck with him, obviously. That partner has went back home to H-1B land. Wherever that may truly be, they sent him back to H-1B land. But this guy, you ain't going nowhere, buddy.
Good morning, sir. Please state your full name for the record.
Court's in session. Court's in session.
जिंदर सिंह जी अपना पूरा नाम दस्सिया जी इन्हां नूं
मेरा नाम हरजिंदर सिंह
My name is Harjinder Singh. Okay, thank you, sir. You have been arrested on 2 separate warrants, sir. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जी तो तुम्हारी ना सी 2 बारी ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੜਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ 2 ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵਾਰੰਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ The first arrest warrant is for 3 counts of vehicular homicide. ਪਹਿਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ The second arrest warrant is for 3 counts of manslaughter. ਤੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ 3 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ Both arrest warrants affidavits were previously reviewed by a judge. ਤੇ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਵਾਰਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੇ ਫੜਿਆ ਨਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਬੂਤ ਹੈਗੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਜੱਜ ਨੇ ਦੇਖ ਲਿਆ ਸਾਰੇ Those judges each found probable cause at that time for each of the 6 charges.
So now we're paying more attention to the highways now because of this guy. This guy made it hot for a lot of the Hindus out there. A lot of the H-1Bs are under pressure because of this
today,
guy.
Florida's Attorney General is going to announce that all the trucking way stations in the state of Florida will now serve as immigration checkpoints.
Great idea. Yeah, it's a great idea. And by the way, I also think we should find out who gave him his road test, who green-lighted it, what company insured him, what company hired him, and all those companies pay the price. That's the only thing you got to do. You got to destroy the companies that are putting our lives at risk.
But today, Florida's Attorney General is going to announce that all the truck.
And so now that guy, he's back home. He's in India. I'm sorry. I don't think, no, he's in H-1B land. Forgive me. He went back. They sent him back to H-1B. Well, they sent his partner back to H-1B land. That guy's being held for several homicides, basically. He's never getting out.
70% of the engagement online we're seeing about this trucker story coming out of Florida is being driven by Hindu nationalist, Indian nationalist, extremist elements in India. Like, no one in America, none of us here are supporting what this petition is saying online. None of it. So I need my fellow Americans to understand that.
Whoa, fellow, who's?
The Indian nationalists in India are.
Hold on now, brother. When you say fellow American, what type of American are you?
Us here are supporting what this petition is saying online. None of it. So I need my fellow Americans to understand that the Indian nationalists in India are making full use of this incident to push hatred towards visible Sikhs in America.
Remember this, people. Just about everybody, especially the, right-thinking, rational people, just about everybody is a nationalist for their own people. Only liberals can't seem to square that circle, right? But just about everybody is a nationalist for their own. None of us
here are supporting what this petition is saying online. None of it. So I need my fellow Americans to understand that the Indian nationalists in India are making full use of this incident to push hatred towards visible Sikhs in America. That is their objective. And it's.
Think about what he said. H-1B nationalists are pushing hatred against other H-1B nationalists. This is like H-1B on H-1B psyoping going on here. We should just get rid of all of y'all.
Seems to be working. So please don't fall for this rage bait. It's crazy.
You saying don't fall for the rage bait? Now, let me tell you what's really happening here. There is an H-1B pushback to the the image problem that has been created by all of this noticing, because it's hard not to notice when trucks get flipped over. Just last week in the Bronx, I drove by an Amazon truck that got flipped over coming off the George Washington Bridge. Screwed everything up for a whole day. Like, I just got in there before they locked the whole highway down. According to the Hindustan Times, that would be the according to the H1B Times, Punjabi and Sikh drivers make up 20% of the United States trucking industry. Let's read the quote. All right, Star Wars name said Punjabi and Sikh drivers make up 20% of the United States trucking industry, with around 1.5 lakh Sikh drivers engaging in trucking in the U.S. Any mass level action against them would have a detrimental effect on trucking families and would be discriminatory in nature, considering the fact that Punjabis have built and sustained trucking logistics and trucking networks over decades. Decades of the H-1B drivers. And now we have a weird an online movement. A pro H-1B movement has started to form online. A Free My Nibba movement has formed online.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਕੇਂਦਰ ਦੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਪੁਰਜ਼ੋਰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਐਕਸਟਰਨਲ ਅਫੇਅਰਸ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਚਿੱਠੀ ਵੀ ਲਿਖੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਹਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਰਟੌਰ ਪਿੰਡ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਤਰਨਤਾਰਨ ਦੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਫਲੋਰੀਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਰੱਕ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਗਲਤੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ।
She is pleading right now on behalf of her Indian homeboy.
ਕੈਂਸਲ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਚਰਚਾ ਤੱਕ ਚੱਲ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ। ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤਾਂ ਸਖਤ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਧਰਮ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਗ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ।
Now she is begging for leniency and forgiveness and all that because now the crackdown is coming. The crackdown is coming.
They have rights.
They have rights. So fucking what, man?
Hi everyone, my name is Sukhpreet. I'm posting this video regarding the truck accident happened by the driver named Harjinder Singh in Florida, in which 3 people were killed. I'm making this video in English so that this video can reach out to the people out there. Doesn't matter it's black, white, or brown. This video is for everyone. That's my personal opinion. We make mistakes every day. We make small mistakes, we make big mistakes, but no one makes mistakes with the motive of killing someone or taking someone's life. That's a really big sin. The guy made the illegal U-turn, that was his mistake. But it turned into something else. A car just went into a trailer and 3 people were killed. The guy is being imprisoned for 45 years. I'm not sure about how much is the imprisonment. I just saw on the social media and I came to know about that. As an immigrant, when we come here for a better future, to feed our family back home. We help them financially so that our family would be happy back home, right? You never know if he's the only person earning money and helping his family financially, and his whole family is his responsibility.
He wants us to care about the truck driver's family now. Back home. Way over there. They must be so upset right now.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
So we are sending a petition over here so that we can help that person get less years of imprisonment, so that we can save his life, his future, his family, like everything we can do for that guy. People saw him in the video and people were like, he's not showing any emotion. He just killed 3 people. Sometimes some people are really emotionless. If the person is not showing emotion, doesn't mean that the person is not feeling guilty or the person is not ashamed of what he did.
Yeah, this is all about protecting the money that they send back home. America really has become one giant economic zone for all the world's poor people. We just flood the world with, flood America with all the world's poor, and then they can make money in America and send it back home to their countries. And so their countries can get built up off of our money, but our money doesn't do much for us over here anymore. Actually, our money gets harder to make because of them.
So we are trying to help that guy as much as we can. My opinion is it was an accident. Accidents can happen with everyone. It can happen with you. It can happen with me, right? So I'm just trying to help that person as much as I can. We are signing a petition to help that guy. I have already signed the petition. Just click on the link. It's in my bio. Just go over there and click on the link. You have to fill your phone, your phone number, your full name, and that.
Don't click on that link. That link makes you gay. Don't click on his link.
You have to do about it. So if your one click can help someone's life, please go ahead. Save the future and save the career of the person. If you can do that. If you will to do that, please do that. That's all I can say for now. Thank you guys for watching, and will to do that, please do that. That's all I can say for now. Thank you guys for watching, and just do it as a human for humanity. Just see yourself in that situation and then make a decision. Thank you guys for watching.
Hey everyone, I would like to support this petition because I don't think this is a fair sentencing. There was no motive behind this U-turn, illegal U-turn, and killing those 3 people. Did somebody took the black box of Bulla data of the other vehicle, that whether the other person tried to stop the vehicle or not? Where was his? He was in care and control of his vehicle. I'm in insurance industry, and I know.
Whoa, are you hearing what they're doing now? It went from go easy on him, he didn't mean it, to I think it was the other people's fault. You know what? I want to share something with you guys. This is not a meme. This is not a 3D print. This is a historical painting. This is a time and a place. This was when Britain controlled India. What you're seeing is men being strapped to cannon. At least 4, because they're in all white. It's like, funeral garb. Got them looking fresh to death. But can you imagine what it would take to make you consider strapping people to cannon and then firing? It's hard to imagine that you might look at a person and say that in all of your humanity, like you're a man, like I'm a man, yet and still, you deserve nothing less than being strapped to a cannon and having that cannonball shot through your body. That is what you deserve as a man. It is hard to understand thinking that way until you've actually met them.
There was no motive behind this U-turn, illegal U-turn, and killing those 3 people. Did somebody took the black box of Bulla data of the other vehicle, that whether the other person tried to stop the vehicle or not? Where was his? He was in care and control of his vehicle. I'm in insurance industry, and I know if you are in care and control.
I'm supporting this person because it was an accident, not a crime of intent. And one mistake should not raise an entire future of 45 years in prison. Is not a justice, it's cruelty.
Could you imagine strapping an entire country to a cannons? Just millions and millions of cannons lined up across the beaches.
Hi, my name is Rakira Singh. I am in support of Hajender Singh. He make a mistake, but he didn't intend to murder. It was an accident. 45 years not a justice. Make a fair decision. So, please attend the.
You know, if you think about it, a nuke is basically like one really big cannon. A nuke is like the culmination of all of our cannon making technology. If you had a nuke and you could drop it on any place in the world, where would you drop it? This is a question that keeps people up at night.
Really sad for the victims, but can this case be taken with more compassion? He made a U-turn by mistake, but license was issued by the state and several other factors beyond his control are at play here.
Bro, we're going to need a bigger cannon. Here's some of the aftermath of some of these different H-1B driving miracles.
Yeah. The green jacket? Excuse me. The guy who's like this? Excuse me, sir. I think it's that guy right there. That's the guy right there. Are you having anything? Come here. Okay. Have a seat.
Oh my God. What's happened?
All right, we got the two people in here.
So,
This way.
Is this truck
This
driver?
way.
Oh my God.
Don't pull him out. He'll be injured. Yeah.
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 Oh my God.
Don't move them. Sir. If they're injured. Hey, I guess I'm a paramedic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good.
Let me make
After,
contact.
because we need to help.
Sir.
Yeah, I understand.
Are you
Yeah.
hurting anywhere? Where are you hurting? Is your neck or back hurting? Okay. Let's get you out if we can. If
Michael,
your neck or back is
mejor,
fine,
ahí
this gentleman's going to help you out.
Yeah.
From the
Ahí
top.
Dale papel, man. My God. What the hell? What's happened?
No, I'm waiting. This man. Who's right? Who's right? Driver of this truck. He ran off, did he? He's in the front. He's in the truck.
So we got some breaking news. The Florida U-turn driver that made the U-turn in the middle of the interstate, come to find out, this dude right here, he's an ILLEGAL immigrant, okay, with a CDL license. Man, you know they about to start cracking down, right? You know they about to, all it takes is one national news story like this right here. They about to start cracking down at them weigh stations. They about to start checking off everything. They about to start checking everybody. I just truly believe that right there.
Oh, you think it was just the one time? No, that's crazy. You think it's just the one time.
But they say this dude right here entered the country the wrong way. And when he entered the country the wrong way, he came through Mexico. And, man, it's just a sad situation, man. Them 3 souls are lost. Man, prayers up for them families, man, and everybody involved.
Now, it's we got another small problem, like over out west on the Mexican border, because we got a lot of illegal business with those guys, but it's way different from the H-1B thing. They're just running trucking more generic truck scams. You know what I mean? They're just crossing over illegally, moving all kind of stuff. But the H-1B thing is just like incredibly reckless, dangerous drivers that you just gotta
This video
stop.
from driver Josh McCutcheon's live stream camera that shows a semi-truck speeding past.
Oh my God!
I lost control and crashed into rush hour traffic on I-70.
God!
Shows a semi-truck speeding past.
Oh my God!
I lost control and crashed into rush hour traffic on I-70. This video from driver Josh McCutcheon's live stream camera that shows a semi-truck speeding past.
Oh my God!
Fuck. Dirk, Allah. Dirka. Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa. Abakala. Oh, Dirka. Fuck. Dirk, Allah. Dirka. Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa. Abakala. Oh, Dirka.
One. Damn, son. I wonder how hard that impact was. Like, if you could measure that impact. Instant. Your soul is mine. Instant. Crazy. Oh, man. So much going on out here. Hold on, I had another one to share with you before we get up out of here. Oh, yeah, this guy.
You foreign fucks that went and did it now. They suspended all insurance of work visa drivers. Owner-operators with work visas, insurance. For anybody who got a work visa, companies, they shutting the insurance down. They are yanking the insurance from you motherfuckers. You ain't going to be able to drive. You're going to drive anyway because most of y'all driving out here with no insurance any goddamn way. But now, you couldn't get it if you wanted it. Yeah, that U-turn motherfucker, he fucked it up big time, man. It's been time though. I don't disagree with it. Can't speak English, you shouldn't drive. You out here on a work visa, you shouldn't be behind the wheel. You're not a citizen. American citizens only should be driving these trucks. English speaking only should be driving these trucks. It's the law. It's been the law. Call me what you want, man. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That motherfucker fucked up. Now he fucked it up for all of y'all. It is what it is. Let me know how you feel about it. Sorry, buddies. Foreign fucks gotta go, man. And I ain't talking about the ones who are here who got their citizenship and now driving. I ain't talking about y'all. Don't get it fucked up. I'm talking about the ones who are on visas and who can't speak English, and y'all be driving behind these wheels of these trucks and you don't know what the fuck it is you're doing. I had one today turning from the motherfucking far left lane when I'm trying to turn from the far right, down there took out my fucking trailer with his dumb ass. Yeah, we tired of it, man. It's about fucking time. Round of applause for this administration. Trump supporter right here all day, every day. I don't agree with everything he does, but I ride with him. Way to go. Let's get this shit situated. Y'all have a good day. No U-turns. Don't kill nobody, fuckers.
And now we have an exclusive look into a criminal investigation about just that. We've obtained documents about 5 people arrested in Jacksonville. We're showing only the face of the man already convicted. The charges, felonies. Cheating to get their CDL, commercial driver's license to drive a truck. Do the men arrested speak English? On the arrest reports, take a look. All requested interpreters. The arrests fall under the Bureau of Criminal Investigations and Intelligence from the Florida Highway Patrol. It's complex.
This is a very elaborate case. It is.
Sergeant Dylan Bryan with FHP says there is now an investigation statewide across Florida. Dozens and dozens of cases, he says. And the cheating scheme centered in Jacksonville.
What's going on? All right. Stand up, man.
You're watching now. Body
Florida sounds like ground zero for a lot of this CDL scamming going on. They're doing the way station immigration checks in Florida.
Sheriff's office of an arrest made inside the DMV on Roosevelt. One man arrested, Vladislav Urashik, found guilty of 2 felonies, sent to jail in April for 8 months. Brian calls him above entry level, but not the mastermind. So you're looking for the kingpin.
Always.
So how does FHP say this cheating scheme works?
We were shocked to see the extent that they were going to.
Brian calls it organized fraud. According to investigators, the men went in here, the DMV on Roosevelt, to take the CDL test to drive a truck. But they are rigged up with equipment to get their answers.
And you see the actual apparatus that he's wearing. He has a chest harness that actually holds the phone.
A red iPhone in the harness, and under a t-shirt, you see the hole right there? So he comes in this t-shirt with a hole cut in it.
Yes.
Now watch this. In a video we've obtained from the DMV, this man opening his shirt. Brian says it's kind of like FaceTime. The men sit in front of a computer and wiggle around.
Their body language is abnormal.
Until somebody outside in a parking lot can read the test questions on the screen in English and then tell them through this earpiece in their language. Employees at the DMV got suspicious.
Most people don't start to disrobe when they take a DL test.
They're unbuttoning their shirts.
They are, indeed.
So the 5 men arrested so far, that's just the tip of the iceberg?
It is.
This is happening all over the country. Maybe from Jacksonville, we can make a difference.
Happening all over the country, they say. Incredible. And you know what? Laughing Dog, you just typed in the chat, black folk and white folk do have a perfect opportune moment to bury the hatchet and stand together shoulder to shoulder as brothers in racism against all these foreigners taking over the country. I tried to tell them, but these niggas dumb. They don't want to listen to me. They still mad about last week.
What's going on, TikTok? Man, I want to talk about foreign drivers. So this is what happened to my truck last night. Got hit. Now, this is my 3rd time getting hit in the last 3 weeks. I've got hit in 1 time a week. This week, last night, last week I got rear-ended. And then the week before that, I got hit on the other side of my truck. This is getting ridiculous, dude. And the reason I say foreign drivers is because all these drivers that hit me were foreigners. And
you know, it's so funny. And this is what I meant about standing together, brother, shoulder to shoulder as brothers in American racism. If you would close your eyes and listen to this man, you would not know that this was a black man talking. Close your eyes and listen to this man. You would hear Oklahoma or Kentucky or West Virginia in his voice, right? This is not some ninja. This is an American male.
None of them spoke English. The guy last night that he hit me, and man, I tried to exchange information with him. No English, no English. He couldn't understand me saying get the insurance card and all your information and all that. But when I called the cops to do a police report, the guy goes and gets all this junk out of his truck. Like, I was like, dude, I thought you said you didn't understand English. Well, you understand it enough when the cops get here, huh? And come to find out, that driver hadn't been driving but for 2 weeks. Man, it's aggravating because all truck drivers are getting a bad reputation here lately for all these bad wrecks that have been happening, man. Like the one in Alabama. And these foreigners, they're just literally getting CDLs and getting in trucks. There's no training involved. They're not doing anything. Like, they're just, get grief. I'll be back for part 2.
Everyone's seen that big, huge thing in Florida that's making national news where that trucker made an illegal U-turn, doesn't speak the language, got a CDL here in California, and now 3 people are dead as a result of that illegal maneuver. The story actually, I think, transcended national news, and it's global. But I see that exact problem play out all the time on the jobs we go to. It's the end of August 2025 right now, and so far I've probably personally been on at least 100 rollovers this year alone, and there's always one common factor. 90% of all these jobs that I do personally, and it's drivers who speak little, if any, English at all. So here at Pepe's Towing, we're one of the largest tow companies in the state of California and one of the premier heavy-duty recovery companies. So heavy-duty obviously means commercial, right? The topic at hand, national, CDL drivers, commercial driver's license, how they're obtained, the whole language issue. So we deal with them. Literally, it's our job to deal with them every day, whether they're crashing, getting impounded, or you just have a mechanical breakdown on the side of the road. We deal with them 24/7. So since we're such a larger outfit, I feel like I have a lot more experience in dealing with this and have a little bit more weight to it on what I personally see.
Commercial truck drivers who can't read and speak English, take them off the road because they're killer drivers.
Patrick says the trucker who crashed into Connor could not read English. His name, Yadwinder Sangha. Patrick says Sangha, who speaks Punjabi,
Star Wars name.
used an interpreter in his tape deposition under oath, and he admits this.
I don't read English.
The sign said, slow down, traffic stopped ahead.
That message, he says, starting 6 miles back before the crash scene. And how many signs were there?
At least 3.
In April, President Donald Trump signed an executive order saying this.
Truck drivers who can't read and can't speak English must be taken off the road immediately.
But it does not solve a big issue.
These global trucking companies who are bringing non-English speaking drivers from Canada, Mexico, and India, driving on our roads and exposing our children to harm.
The man who made the U-turn down in Florida and is facing vehicular manslaughter charges. There's 3 counts. I know there's 3 counts of I forget what the other charge is. But regardless, all 6 counts of this are all justified. And you Sikhs that are on this app and are jumping up and down and going, if that was a white American, he would have never faced these charges. Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have. If that were me, I'd be facing those same charges. Now, would it have got as much media coverage and would it have been as politicized if it had been an American citizen? Probably not. That's because of the nature of you know, how the country is right now. And a spotlight has been put on this. And us truck drivers have been jumping up and down. Us Americans have been jumping up and down, and not just white Americans, American truck drivers, period, have been jumping up and down and talking about all these people who we don't understand how they have a CDL. They go into the shipper receiver. They got to communicate through their phone. They can't understand English at all, but yet they have a CDL. And then once something happens, they get investigated. How do you have a CDL? He's illegal. It's a good question. Very good question. And it seems to all go back to California. It's just unreal. There is a bunch of schools that are somehow related to this. And I believe those schools should be just as investigated in this. It should go back to how did this happen to begin with? How was this man on the highway? Because he shouldn't have been. Who hired him? There seems to be a way these guys are just buying a commercial license. There's no test. There's no proper training. They're getting in the truck with another Sikh who knows how to drive, and they're riding with them, and they're trying to teach them how to drive with their newly obtained CDL that they bought. I know there's a whole system here where they're getting used, and I know there's more to this than what's coming out, and it needs to all come out. And the people at the heart of this that are allowing these people to get into commercial vehicles are the ones that need to be held accountable. And it seems to all go back to California almost every single damn time. Now I'm going to add this in. Sikhs, I ain't got a problem with you all as a culture. I don't hate people because they have different skin pigmentation than me. I've got a problem with undocumented people obtaining a CDL in my country and killing my people. I don't give a damn if they're white, black, or brown. It doesn't matter to me. This shit needs to stop. And all of y'all that are defending this man, y'all done lost your mind.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ in cab 360 inside and outside everything they will show you, and they're really good instructor. I will recommend like everybody just come to visit to AK driving school for like so they can give you proper information and everything.
ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂਅਲ ਟਰਾਂਸਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਅਪਗ੍ਰੇਡ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਆਟੋ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਨੂਅਲ, ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਨੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਨੰਬਰ 7787239233 ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਇਨਯਾਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਆਫ ਰੋਡ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸੈਟਰਡੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਮੋਸਟਲੀ ਵੀਕਐਂਡਸ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ। ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਨੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਆਪਣੀ ਯਾਰਡ ਦਾ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਹੈ 31509 ਕਿੰਗ ਰੋਡ। ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਕਸਟ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, WhatsApp ਤੇ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਜਾਂ TikTok ਤੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਨਿਤਿਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਭਾਈ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
ਬਸ ਤੇ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਸੇਫ।
I will.
Two Star Wars guys just got their spaceship pilot driver's license. They're captains now. Oh, you guys don't speak Star Wars? What the hell were you guys doing in school? How come you don't speak Star Wars? That's on you, bro.
In cab 360 inside and outside everything they will show you, and they're really good instructor. I will recommend like everybody just come to visit to AK driving school for like so they can give you proper information.
This is the perfect time for the Sam Jackson Pulp Fiction clip. English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
And everything.
ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂਅਲ ਟਰਾਂਸਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਅਪਗ੍ਰੇਡ ਵੀ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਆਟੋ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਨੂਅਲ, ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਨੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਨੰਬਰ 7787239233 ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਇਨ-ਈਅਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਆਫ ਰੋਡ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸੈਟਰਡੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਮੋਸਟਲੀ ਵੀਕਐਂਡਸ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ। ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਨੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਆਪਣੀ ਯਾਰਡ ਦਾ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਹੈ 31509 ਕਿੰਗ ਰੋਡ। ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਕਸਟ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, WhatsApp ਤੇ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਜਾਂ TikTok ਤੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਨਿਤਿਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਭਾਈ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
ਬਸ ਤੇ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਸੇਫ।
I will.
Drive safe.
In cab.
I will. Here's let's pretend it's that guy. I don't know. You know, they kind of look alike. It could be that guy. Here's him driving safe now. Oh, the music is perfect. This is the music you want to hear right before you die. Actually, they should play this music as a warning so you know you're about to die a tragic H-1B death. This is what it sounds like to die an H-1B death. Remember to drive safe. I don't know if that was the one he sampled. I mean, to be fair, like 80% of their music kind of uses that same riff, though. I don't even know if it's fair to say he sampled that one. I mean, come on. That's all they everything sounds exactly like that. But I am actually working right now in the background on a second act, really. I think I might have to like shut this one down and then fire up the next one. But what I'm really trying to do is just roll over like smooth what do you call it? I want to raid the next show. Can I raid myself? Is it possible to raid myself? Because I want to open up the next show and funnel this audience into the next show without really losing a beat. I don't want to have to close everything down. But this is what we're going to do. Since I got you all here up and early in the morning, we're going to make us a transition, pause, into a different type of show. We are going to have to talk about, well, I guess we talked about this before. And so we're going to take another look at it because this is like the growing issue. And I think it won't really hit hard until after the midterms. But Trump is removing a lot of the social safety net in America. He is restructuring the ways in which Section 8, food stamps, and a lot of these programs are being administered, meaning now you have a lot more work requirements. There's dietary restrictions placed on food stamps, and there's been a lot of waves, like the Section 8 thing is being changed around. There have been a lot of changes made to the social safety net. And I'm noticing a lot of the pressure that a lot of women's are under right now. A lot of chicks are under the pressure right now. Oh, I forgot about this video. Let's look at some more Star Wars, guys, while I still got you here.
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਾਈ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਵੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਅੰਕਲ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਮਜ਼ਾਕ ਚ ਸਮਝਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਵਧੀਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕੋਈ ਦਿਹਾੜੀ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਟੁੱਟੀ ਤੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਆਪਣਾ
ਅਗਰ
ਪਾਸ
ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਵੀ
ਸਹੀ
ਹੋ ਗਈ
ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੌਖੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਿੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਅੰਕਲ ਨਾਲ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ।
ਫਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਪਾਸ ਕਰਾ ਦੇ ਜੀ ਅੰਕਲ ਨੇ
ਅੰਕਲ ਗ੍ਰੇਟ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਚ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਆ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸ਼ੇਖ 10 ਵਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਵਾਲਾ 10 ਵਜੇ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ
I don't think they have a DOT in an H-1B land. Do you guys suppose they have anything like a DOT over in H-1B land? I don't think they do that kind of thing. I don't think they have that sort of I don't think they've even imagined the need for such a thing. You feel me? But yeah, so I'm trying to queue up some of these videos I had here for the. Oh, damn, here it is. I had so much queued up for this damn CDL show. I lost some of the videos I was trying to show y'all. Here we go. Here we go.
Hello. It was an accident. He made a terrible mistake. Hold
up. What just happened here?
Hello, myself Kulvinder Kaur, and I'm in support of Harjinder Singh. I know it was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone. He was working hard to support his family, like so many of us, and one wrong decision changed everything. A 45-year prison sentence is not justice. Hello, myself Kulvinder Kaur, and I'm in support of Harjinder Singh. It was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone. He was working hard to support his family, like so many of us, and one wrong decision changed everything. A 45-year prison sentence is not justice. Thank you. Singh. I know it was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone. He was working hard to support his family, like so many.
It's Naprit. I support Harjinder Singh. It was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone. He was working hard to support his family, like so many of us, and one wrong decision changed everything. A 45-year prison sentence is not justice. Thank you.
Doesn't it sound like they're all reading off a script? It's like they all just copy paste Chat GPT and then make a video or something. This is actually kind of corny. The whole country is just slowly getting sick of foreigners, bro. It's amazing to watch. And honestly, though, there are a lot of reasons why this is happening. Like, there's just a lot of social and economic pressures in the country right now. Like, I do not recall the America I saw. I don't see the America I remember growing up. Nothing looks the way it did when I was little. And we've all been told that, this is just progress. Endless progress is good. That's what progressives believe in, endless progress. But Progressing toward what exactly? What are we all moving toward? What is this all becoming? Are we just becoming H-1B land? Are we the new H-1B land? Between America and Canada, I mean, I hear Canada is cooked. You might as well live up in the deep woods in Canada. But America, it looks like we're next, man. We are next. Between the text, and you thought it was just tech support. That's what made this thing so interesting for me to actually like put all these videos together. Most people think it's really just tech support. Like it's, you know, the Silicon Valley bros, and those are the guys that are really flooding the market. Nope, it's not tech support. It's truck driving, the hotel industry. Oh my God. There's literally one family that dominates the hotel industry. I mean, they're basically a giant tribe at this point. The Patels dominate the hotel industry. Gas stations, Dunkin' Donuts, Tim Hortons. Oh my God. Don't even. Tim Hortons is just an immigration front. If you see a Tim Hortons being built in your town, it's a harbinger of bad things to come. Subway. Oh yeah, Subway. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, listen, man, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. You didn't even notice it. We were all laughing, watching Harold and Kumar trying to find a little tiny hamburger to eat, and we all thought it was a game. Now Harold's dad owns that White Castle. Kumar's dad owns the hotel. He owns all the hotels in your tiny town. Kumar's aunties, they just opened up a Dunkin' Donuts right off the highway. When you go to the park, it's nothing but Kumar's. Miles and miles of Kumar as far as the eye can see. And a strong hint of curry in the air. All right, now, let me see. I have to now find AI. That's funny. I need to find a decent thumbnail image so I can slap this next show together like really, really quickly. Oh, you know what? We're just going to use this face. I found an image. There was a video that I saw the other day. It was actually somebody sent it to me in a message. And it was, oh yeah, this guy. There's an image. I'm going to use this guy's face to capture the image. He is going to be the thumbnail, even though he technically doesn't apply to the culture, but it's such a perfect face. Like sometimes you really do find the perfect face. And I think like maybe photographers or artists can relate to this moment. And now suddenly I can relate to this moment as well. I think I found the perfect face for my thumbnail for EBT culture. He's not going to appear at all in the show, but we are going to use this man's face because it was the perfect face, man.
You know, I really want to know exactly what is it that you're looking for in dowry.
Basically, everything that Christina love.
Nice.
So you buy that. Then for the parents, you have to bring, like the Jamaican yam. You have to bring cat.
So you got this young American black guy, and he wants to marry this African girl, Nigerians, I think. And apparently the Nigerians, crafty, clever people that they are, they actually have a system of dowries. They don't just allow you to marry their daughters out of love and hope for the future. No, no, no. No, no, no. I hadn't thought about Elijah all day. Now you're just gonna bring that up. That was a crazy thing to listen to on the playback. But they want him to pay a dowry to marry their daughter. Now, I don't know if the daughter is a virgin. I would assume she's not a virgin. Just I have a gut feeling. So you know, I'm already bothered by the entire prospect of it all. But let's watch.
Fish, a lot of amount of that. You know, we have to extend some of the money
Money,
back
we're gonna
home.
put money in here. We're gonna send it to the
home,
village
to
so
the
that they can
village.
pray.
Because we have family there in the
So you're
village.
gonna give us money. You're gonna put money in the, no,
In
the
the envelope.
I'm gonna buy you gifts like yams and I don't know, a bunch of fried catfishes. And we're gonna put money in the envelope.
Yeah, exactly. How much? How much?
Maybe about 10,000 because you're going to buy
Yeah,
gift for the
$10,000.
Yeah.
So about 10,000.
About $10,000 to marry your approaching the wall non-virgin daughter.
Dollars.
Yeah.
That's a real heavy ask. That type of thing actually takes away from my home. And if you know we're preparing to buy houses and start businesses, it sounds very backwards.
You can't just take a wife, you know, free. It's our Nigerian culture. You have to.
10,000 is cheap. I'm telling you.
You know, I really want to know exactly what is it that you're
Tell
looking
him
for
what you
in
need to
dowry.
bring for the dowry.
10,000 is cheap. I'm telling you. 10,000 is cheap, he said.
Preparing to buy houses and start businesses, it sounds very backwards.
You can't just take a wife, you know, free. It's our Nigerian culture. You have to.
10,000 is cheap. I'm telling you.
Now I want you to notice something here.
Yeah, exactly. How much? How much?
Maybe about 10,000 because you're going to buy gift for the
$10,000.
Yeah.
So about $10,000.
Yeah.
If you make that face at me while trying to convince me that your daughter costs $10,000 for me to marry, I'm just going to assume you're going to want to fight me. Like when you make that face at me while you're trying to get $10,000 out of me, I'm going to assume that shit, I want to fight you face, right? Because this nigga obviously don't know me. Bro, you really going to look at me like that? Like, nigga, we might as well just go on back. Like, let's let the ladies leave the room. I'm going to have to teach this nigga an American lesson right now. You are not in Nigeria anymore. This nigga got the scan face on. Like, I'm really not familiar with this type of shit. We have found another soccer. Nah, baby, I'm not. Nope. Nope. That face is crazy. You must really want to fight me. You trying to come up off $10,000 and you're gonna look at me with the crazy eyes? Oh man, these niggas gotta be stopped, bro. Must be stopped. This is unbelievable. The gall, the audacity. But that's how they give it up though. 10K. Dead serious. He not joking or nothing. He dead real about that. But you know what? Let me ask y'all a question. How do you actually perform the raid function. I don't even see any type of buttons that'll help me nudge you guys to a different stream or none of that. Like, when people do raids and they flood somebody's video, I mean, they flood the like, if I send my audience directly to another show, how do you actually get that off? Yeah, the new link is in the chat, but I could have sworn there was a like a button or a function that you can use to kind of just like dump your audience to the next chat. Oh, I put up the wrong link in there anyway. Well, don't click that link because I'm not letting you up. All right, here's the link. This is the link. No, we're not having a panel. Don't click that link. That was a mistake. Settings, community, live redirect. Really? You know what? I do not see that function even when I open up settings. Like, so I'm in the StreamYard Studios and I do not see that function when I open up settings in here. So I'm gonna have to study this. I do not know what's going on. Chat GPT don't be knowing stuff. Chat GPT can't help us with this. Oh, I have to open up YouTube Studio. Now that would probably do it. Oh, you know what? I would have to be like live streaming from YouTube Studios. Oh, that's how you do it. You have to live stream from YouTube Studios in order to. Oh. Let me see something here. I wonder if I open up. Let me switch my account. Open up the let's server to account. Now, Mr. O, I'm trying to figure out how I can actually just raid a channel and send my audience, just directly filter my audience into the next channel. And I thought I had to be in the YouTube Studio. People were saying I don't, but I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. When scheduling your stream in YouTube Studio, scroll to customization redirect. Customization. Redirect. Oh, thank you so much. There it is. I think we're on it. I think I can. I figured it out with Carmen's help. Carmen, that's why you're amazing. Thank you so much for that. So let me go here. Bam. Copy that. Redirect. And save. All right, so I guess as soon as I shut this down, it should redirect you guys to the next stream, which I'm going to fire up that next stream before I even shut this one down. Make sure I get that up and running before we even shut that one down. Enter studio. All right, it's 10:19. Got a couple of hours left. All right, bam, bam. Let me see, share the screen. No, not that one. Perfect. Share this one. All right, see if we can roll this one smoothly on into the next show. Now, in case it doesn't work properly, the link to the new stream is in the chat right now. All right, I think we are just about ready to make this work. All right, so hit that like button one last time before we shut this thing down, and we're going to put this one in the can and immediately, smoothly transition into our next show. I know my transition is going immaculately. This is the best transition that ever transitioned in America. None of you transitioners can transition like me, God damn it. But we're gonna wrap this one up. I think that's all I need to do, but I hope. Oh well, let me actually fire this one up. That's probably what I should do. And we are lit. All right, we're out of here, y'all. Peace.